Hi, hello, and welcome. I am definitely not Vlad, and you're watching me go from Bellend to Legend in the War Within Season 2 as a Devastation Evoker. What does Bellend to Legend mean? It means I go from 0 to 3k rating to get the new Keystone Legend achievement. Now, we're going to go ahead and check out our vault. We're hoping for a myth piece we don't already have, which is, I think, pretty much any myth piece. So let us hope for one that is actually genuinely useful. So we're generating loot for Devastation. Please don't make me sad. I don't want to be sad. Okay, this is already, oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping for. We do lose out on some crit. I might tierify this to get better stats out of it, because I'll get similar stats to what I currently have, but it is a myth piece. In and of itself, it's already a 4 item level increase, and we're going to get a bunch more potentially on the upside. But we do also have Flesh Fused Circle, but that is, that's crit mastery. I'm not too interested in that. I'm more interested in haste crit. This gives us a good chunk of haste, which I'm happy with. And again, I can also choose to tierify this in order to get a crit haste item. So I think we're going to go for this. The mantle is not even a complete non-option. I don't give a crap about it because I have a crafted one, first of all, and second of all, because it just gives a shit to the verse, and I don't care about that. And again, the ring is crit mastery, which we don't care about. So pantaloons it is. We're going to go ahead and grab those. And I'm pretty much immediately going to equip them. I'm glad that I didn't have to agonize over the choice here. That is very nice. We got ourselves a 12 Darkflame Cleft. We'll be able to do that. That will be nice. I forgot that resets also include your key going away. So the 13 key that I had is going to have to go away, and I won't be able to do it. But we'll try the 12 Darkflame Cleft. I've had some interesting runs last night during the stream. We have some deaths. We have some knockups going. We have some knockbacks going. Tank is dead. So much for all that. Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. Maybe it should have been 2 pulls. I don't know, guys. And some more deaths from jumping in. That is 9 deaths at the start of a key. I guess all the bombs exploded now. No, never mind. There's still one left. Tank's just gonna straight up just die again. Bro, are you fucking good? I'm leaving. Yeah, nah. Tank alt plus F forward. So interesting, in fact, that I am actively considering just giving up on the pug aspect of this challenge and just doing runs with Danny and or Seeker and just getting things done, because holy shit, people are really disrespecting everyone's time. Like really big time disrespecting everyone's time. Hey guys, Editing Lad here. I forgot to mention during the intro that tomorrow is the Soju stream. What is Soju? Soju is a Korean spirit. What is the Soju stream? It's me taking a shot of said spirit every time I die while doing community keys for pretty much half the day. It's gonna be a 6-hour-ish stream unless I get so wasted I have to actually stop the stream, because it's actually against terms of service for me to be wasted, like lose control of what I'm doing while streaming. It's not against terms of service to consume alcohol and get inebriated during the stream, but that is. So anyway, come hang out, come do some keys, come watch me get wasted because I keep standing and shit and dying, and it'll be great. You can catch me live on either Twitch or YouTube. Anyways, now let's slap on these new chemical blasters leggards, and let's go and put on the Brutosaur. And we're gonna buy Spell Thread from like this expansion would be good. Current expansion only. There we go. And then we get the Sunset one to give stamina and intellect. Very good. 3-star. Thank you very much. I'm gonna grab that from here, and then we're going to, oh, it goes into reagents. That always confuses me, but yes, let's slap that on. Now, next order of business is the transmog. We can't be walking around like a hobo. There we go. Very nice. And then final order of business is tierifying them. Do I do so, or do I save it for a tier piece that might actually, like, I only have 1 charge, I believe, but like I don't think I'll be getting actually then I'll have 5. Is this better or worse than I'd have to sim, and I really don't feel like simming right now. I don't feel like opening up the website to sim that. You know what, let's sim it. Let's sim 662 chemical blasters leggards versus opulent treasure scale petticoat, or treasure scales petticoat. Let's go take a look against which one of these two wins out. Let's open up SimC, copy that, open up the SimC or RaidBots add-on. Let's make this bigger so you guys can more easily see what's going on, like so. I think that's big enough. Now we have our current gear right here, which is me with these equipped, and then opulent, and I think that's gonna, yeah, there we go. So we're looking for the petticoat at the item level of 662. So let's say those two are the same item level, and I'm gonna give it to 930 int and stamina, and we're just gonna compare as they are right now. I'm assuming if they were both at 680 whatever the hell, then, you know, actually, why am I even debating this? No, never mind. I realize why I'm debating this. Never mind. Weird. Let's call it like that, and then let's just run this. I don't care about the other things. Let's compare the items. We'll let the Wonder Machine do its thing. I do have the €5 a month plan here. I literally got it the other day just to start simming this character. I took the cheapest one just so I don't have to wait in queue. Today it would have been a lot of queue time because every reset you just get a huge giant queue. So everyone's testing out all of their, what are they called? New crafts if you get a full new craftable item, or their new vault rewards and stuff like that. Speaking of which, can I actually craft something? That's a good question. If I tierify it, I actually lose DPS. So what we're going to go ahead and not do is tierify it. So that was wonderful. So I'm glad to know that that is the case now. We're going to go ahead and not tierify it. Wonderful. I get to keep a tier charge. We're gonna, oh, hold on. We want to keep that equipped as is, blasters, leggards, and then we're going to just get rid of this champion piece, because who cares about champion gear? Ew. Now, can I actually craft something? I think, is today a full craft thing? Is there something for me to craft? Maybe a necklace would be good to craft. Like, just go full haste crit, because I do want to turn some haste into crit. I am at 23k haste thanks to this. Let's get rid of it, and we'll get rid of this too. So natty, I am at almost 21k haste, but I only have 10k crit, and these are supposed to be relatively even. So I would love to transfer some of this haste into crit, so much so that I'm starting to consider, actually no, here I'm not transferring. If I recraft any of my gear, I'm not transferring any of the haste into crit. I'm just adding mastery instead of haste, so there's no point in recrafting. But I might change these enchants, and I might change some of my sockets. Do I change my sockets though, actually? No, I don't think I have to change my sockets at all. Yeah, honestly, I can't do much. I can transfer like 630 haste into crit by changing these enchants, and that would probably be good, but I don't know. But then again, the sim did tell me that I'll get more damage out of having... Oh, shut up. I ordered something, so Volt's app is now yelling at me. But I could transfer some of the like, if I tierify this, I'm transferring haste and mastery into crit and losing a bit of haste as well overall. And but that simmed lower, so maybe I should just keep my gear as is, and I'll worry about crafting in a little bit. Right now, what I'm interested in is this little icon over here. Hello, Horrific Visions Revisited. I'm gonna open up the suggested content. Horrific, there, start the quest. There we go. Seek out Sir Dormy near the core way. And I think this is where we need to go. So let's see what we do here. From my understanding, we're supposed to be doing the Horrific Visions in and of themselves. Speak with Sir Dormy to assist you with setting up the portal. Yes, I'm ready. I don't know what exactly I'm doing, but I do know that I'm going to be getting some, whatchamacallits, some upgrades today. I think we can only get the level 1 upgrade today. I don't know for sure, guys. I'm kind of winging it. I did like a glance at a guide, and it didn't transparently tell me what was going to happen. So we're just gonna, all right, I'm supposed to actually do something. I'm supposed to grab the sands of time, the little sands of time. Prince of Persia style. There we go. The Persian Prince. Beautiful. One more, no, 2 more, and there we go. I wasn't paying attention. I just kind of did my thing. Okay. I'm going to get motion sickness if I keep that up, so here we go. Volt, I just told you to shut up. Actually, it's a bad idea to mute it. I was about to mute it, but that's a bad idea. I'm going to leave the poor delivery guy standing outside while I do all this. Portal to Horrific Visions used. Hold on, let me check how far away the delivery guy is. He is like 5 minutes away. Should I be doing this right now? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pause right here, and I'll talk to you instantly through the power of editing when I do actually continue. There we go. Through the magic of editing, I have instantly teleported the courier to my address. Ignore the fact that the clock changed. We're just gonna ignore that. I have now unpacked all of my groceries, and I'm ready to be sent into the Horrific Vision of Stormwind. And there we go. That's an eye right there with smoky cloud tentacle things. Okay. Does the eye have eyes on the side? Interesting. Very interesting. There's no tributes. Hold on, what do I do with this? So I have to empower it with, okay. There's text being shown to me here, but I'm good. My sanity, like, is this? I guess I'll put it like here maybe and keep track of that. It's probably important. I go forward through that, or where do I go? Oh no, I'm supposed to speak. Sorry, I'm just a little clueless here. I'm trying to absorb as much information as possible. Show me the map of the vision. Okay, so these areas is where I can go. This, I'm assuming, yeah, 12 sanity per second drained. This area is safe-ish, I guess. 8 sanity per second. So I can go into those, but it looks like there's already... Oh, it's a tainted area. 6, 8, 12. Gotcha. Okay, so this is the safest. These are less safe. These are definitely not safe. Okay, okay. A zone of power standing it grants N'Zoth's gift, increasing damage. Failing to stand here reduces damage. Ah, okay. So I need to stand in the zone when it spawns in. Okay. And now I'm ready to enter the vision. Okay. It is being opened. We're going to go in there as soon as we can, I guess. Well, as soon as it finishes. And there I go, off to Stormwind. So, my sanity is being drained as we speak. There's a little zone of promised power. Okay, these just fucking explode instantly. Okay. They do basically nothing. I am incentivized to explore, I think, according to some videos I had glanced at, but there doesn't seem to be much here, so I'm not going to bother with it too much. So I'm just supposed to get 20 mementos. Do I get those from killing these? Yeah, these guys are just exploding instantly. There's like nothing I need to do, so I may as well just kill all of them. Yeah, we're just gonna be that guy. These guys are what the heck? Am I really doing that much damage? What the heck is going on? So that zone just kind of follows me around. I guess 10% less damage when you're one-shotting things doesn't really matter, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going through all of these. Things are dying very quickly. He's repelling. Okay, I mean, that's a thing. Engulf takes care of that very quickly. Okay. Oh, okay. The kids are like rebelling against the orphan. Okay. That is kind of crazy. There's some cool shit to see here. I guess for the time being, I'm just going to go through like the basic vision, which is like this first area. I'm going to kill the boss inside the cathedral. I'm pretty sure. Okay, my sanity is kind of fleeting. I should probably get to it. I have the 20 so far defeating the disciples, so let us move on into the boss area. Can I do that? Actually, I can by defeating those. Okay, it's going to be active in 14 seconds, it says. Very good. Oh, so we need to defeat the corrupted version of Alaria Windrunner. Okay, I can do that. I'll probably blow her up in like 2 globals. Let's see here. 3 globals, 4 globals is what it took. Okay. Well, that was fairly straightforward and easy. What happened to the cathedral, though? Where are all the side rooms? There's one side room. And here we go. We did our little horrific vision. What do we get from the corrupted chest? We get 100 mementos. We get a veteran piece of gear. This would be a great way to gear new characters, although I doubt new characters would blow things up as quickly as I did. And I guess I leave through this, exit the vision, yes. And there we go. Let us grab this, a collection of variables, speak to Algermu, ask about what you can do with this place. Okay, where's Algermu? Hello, lead vision researcher. Very good. Echoing lessons, work with Algermu to create an echo of N'Zoth, blah, blah, blah. How do I do that? Okay, so I have to give him 20 of those things. That's fine. And then we can learn one thing. That's the upgrades we get, right? Okay, let's just take a look at the upgrades. So the first one I get, up to 3 sanity restoration orbs can be summoned in a single vision. So I can use a thing that kind of restores sanity. That is good. And orbs summoned by any player in the party count against this limit. So if I have 3 people summon 1 each, then it's over. It's all ogre. Okay, this sanity drain one sounds good. I feel like that's going to be the biggest one that I have to invest in most. And then there's the maximum sanity one. Okay. Okay, and there's no revival at the max. It's no revival cost. No sanity cost for the revivals. Okay, this one's just 40%, so it's up by 10% every time. Cool. And this one is just a damage done and received increase, or you get the idea. It's a buff. It's a buff. And then upon losing all sanity or health, you revive instantly and gain 500 sanity. Okay, that's big. So you can let it drain out and then it'll bump back up to 500. That is awesome. Okay, these are cool. So it just lets you stay in the visions longer. So grinding that out will probably be useful. But I guess it's time gated because... Oh, okay. It's probably time gated because you can only get 1 upgrade a week or something stupid like that. Probably, I'm assuming. I don't know. But here we have the lesser head enchant things, so let's get that started. I need a bunch more corrupted mementos, and I need 8 black blood residue. What do I get black blood residue? Ah, okay, bosses of the corrupted or lost areas of the map, and a few more of the displaced corrupted. Okay. So the bosses and extra areas give the black blood residue. This is spammable, by the way. There's no lockout or anything. You can spam this 8 times in a row. And I need 500 displaced corrupted mementos, which I already have 122 of. That's kind of great. So we can just grind this 8 times or fewer times if you can get multiple black blood residues in the same run. And then we're able to get ourselves the rank 1 enchant. I'm just going to go ahead and grind through this as quickly as I can so I can get my little head enchant. I'm going to get disconnected randomly. That's also good. Cool. Yeah, love that for me. Love me some Dornagal. Living screens, loading screens. Jesus, what am I? I'm fumbling my words. There we go. We back. But yeah, I'm gonna go through 8 of these or however many I need to get it done very quickly, and then we're going to pop off. Why am I not tracking this? Nobody knows, but we gonna get these enchants, and that 46 gold, dude. I'm grinding it for the gold at least. That's like 1/50th of a repair bill after running Priory with a bad tank. Or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go grind and I'll talk to you once I'm done.
A few moments later.
I've also figured out that you really only get the black blood from doing the side objectives, not just the main objective, which is, you know, Windrunner, you take her out. So you need to do the side rooms. So I guess I'll show you exactly what I'm doing for the side rooms. I guess I'll do a playthrough of the 3 zones that I can do, that I know how to do. So it's the slightly less difficult zones. This video is going to be long and I don't know if it'll be out on time, but I'm having a good chunk of fun just doing these for funsies. I've been grabbing extra damage from Soju by interacting with this little hourglass thing to choose what she does. So extra damage, and then we talk to Stud Muffin over here, and we get teleported into the thingy with the stuff. You can see that these tributes are slowly filling up with us doing things. The Hunter one is clearly the one I'm getting the most out of. I'm gonna go ahead and try and pull as much of this stuff as I can, because it doesn't make much sense to pull them one at a time. You can very easily dispatch all of these at roughly the same time if you just kind of pull them all together. You should probably try to avoid getting feared. It's probably not great for your health bar, but honestly, I have not had any issues of dying in here. I've been blasting. Although that being said, I am 671 item level, so pull according to your ability and your item level and all of that good stuff. I am killing absolutely everything. This is probably not necessary, but I kind of just like to murder everything in my path, and that's been working out quite well for me. Just gonna wait for the heal to pop off. Now, I do have the sanity orb restoration thing. So the way it works is you drop a thing in front of yourself when you cast it, and that thing restores sanity to everyone. Also, we can help Tiddles out and let them eat this thing. This rat. Oh, hold on. There's Wobble Top here. This actually looks like an encounter, so let's see if we can... Oh, I probably have to kill the bots, and then when the bots are dead or whatever, that's when I can actually damage Wobble Top. This is looking a little bit rough. Hold on. Let's stun everything. Can we? Maybe if I had used my abilities correctly, I would have been able to do this a little bit more quickly. Now, I haven't done this before, but this is a toughie. I don't know how to handle this. Let's knock him back. Wobble Top is slowly but surely dying, so let's try and finish him off. He's got the defense buff, but we're going to go ahead and just keep blasting him, and eventually he'll fall over. How's our sanity looking? We're at 632. Roughly when I get to 150, 200, that's when I look to start using it, so I'm going to keep checking in on those. I'm headed kind of in the wrong direction here, but it doesn't really matter. We have to clear the area pretty much in its entirety to be able to interact with all of the things that we have to, all the imprisoned people. That's what I'm trying to say. One quick engulf takes care of that group. I'm gonna send some pyres in a firestorm at these. These are gonna teleport underneath me. I have to look out for the swirly. Here they go. They're gonna pop out. Swordormy's gonna get launched into the air, and there we go. I could have Swordormy tank for me, but I don't feel the need to do so. We are at 400 sanity. I think we're good here. Let's put down a firestorm. Manually cast firestorm. And that fancy proc shit for me. No, thank you. We're gonna send a whatchamacallit. Actually, I should probably focus on keeping myself alive a little bit more. Anyway, we have Fire Breath. I'm not doing some sort of optimal rotation or anything. I'm literally just looking for what I can burst down using Fire Breath and Engulfs. Now that we have that taken care of, we have to go to the center area around here. So you first get to this guy. Then you have to kill a big guy over in this corner. Sanity is at 230. I think I have enough time to just take this guy out. We're going to try and set up a big engulf. There we go. That should be plenty to take this guy out. Now we have to free all of these guys that have been caught. Can I actually please interact with this? That would be wonderful. There we go. And there we go. There's a bunch of people around in the cages that we have to free. Once we do that, we can move on. Now I'm at 100 sanity. I'm going to go ahead and use the sanity restoration orb. 3 is just enough or plenty for me to go through these 3 areas and clear all of those. I haven't gone into the harder areas, but I feel like once I unlock more of the extra things, we're going to go ahead and go into those areas. There's a vial of purple liquid, mysterious purple liquid. Oh, I lose 100 sanity from drinking that. Cool. That's awesome. I'm glad I tried that out. Totally worth it. Let's blow that guy up with an engulf. These should die quickly if I just use this. Let's just send out our... There we go. I used Dip the Scales and Eternity Surge to take those guys out quickly. Just looking to free all these guys, and then we'll move on to the other bonus area, which is the Dwarven District. And we want to... There you have to plant explosives and then fight a guy at the end. Again, you run into the issue of you have to clear all the mobs, kind of, to be able to plant the explosives. Once you do plant the explosives, you fight a mini-boss of the area. And killing the mini-boss is what gives you the extra loot. All right, nice. We're on our way to the Dwarven District. Again, I'm killing all of these guys because I want to, not because I have to. There's another vial of mysterious purple liquid. It's straight up just... Am I stupid? Is there a buff I get for getting that? I just lose sanity, so maybe I should not be grabbing those. Maybe there's a perk or something that I can unlock, or maybe there's like a mask or something that lets me get a bonus out of that instead of just suffering. I don't know. Somebody can tell me in the comments if they know from previous iterations of this, or from the first iteration of this. But right now I'm having quite a bit of fun. I'm just going to avoid having to deal with that. Actually, do those contribute to me, whatchamacallit, to the count? Let's see, if I kill this thing completely, yes, they do contribute to the count of mementos, so we slay whatever we can. We're at 345 of the sanity, so I think we're good for a little while longer. We're gonna plant a couple of these bombs, and then we're going to, whatchamacallit, where's the bomb I need to plant? It's over there. Okay. Then we're going to do the restoration thing. The one annoying thing is the scorched feet thing. It makes me like randomly leap in a direction that I don't want to leap in that direction. It just kind of just moves me without me wanting to, which is a little annoying. I guess it happens when I jump. I'm not 100% sure how it works. I haven't actually read the debuff. You sometimes leap over imaginary fire hazards. Okay. I'm just tripping out. 120 sanity. We're going to go ahead and pop a sanity restoration orb. I'm going to probably make a better WeakAuras than this. Or this isn't a WeakAuras. This is just a thing. I think this is part of details. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. So we have a mini boss here. There we go. We take care of that quite quickly. Maybe should have pulled one group before this so I can fire breath. But again, it doesn't really matter at all. We can pop through. We're going through this very quickly because there are no masks. We don't have any of the masks active. I do believe with the mask, mysterious green liquid. Okay, maybe this is good. This is good liquid. Yes. What does that give me? Okay. So that actually reduces the damage I take, apparently. The other one was something else. I don't know what the other one did for me. I didn't really pick up on it, but it doesn't matter. It's probably the purple liquids are bad. The green liquids give you DR. I haven't seen any other colored liquids so far for me to drink. And I'm gonna slurp all that up. I want to find out what they do. Hold on, and let me grab this. That I think, no, that's 7 out of 8. I missed one over there. Did I? Yes, I did. Let's go take care of that. I'm stuck. Step brother, help. There we go. And now we go over to the mini boss area where we have to blow this up, and then we have to fight the boss that spawns in over here. It's some kind of dwarf. Active in 6, 5, blah, blah, blah. And we still have plenty of sanity left, so we're fine. Therum Deep Forge, we're going to Fire Breath into quickly setting up all our dots into Double Engulf, and he's absolutely gone. Now here, nicely enough, we get a portal back to the Cathedral District, which is wonderful. We're going to go ahead and use that. We're over here, and we're ready to pop off against this set of enemies. We're going to use a single Engulf because we don't have to, and apparently that's still plenty to take these guys out. And now we have to fight, what's her face? Illyria Windrunner. We've already done that once. I have cooldowns available, but I don't have fire breath, so I'm going to disintegrate first. By the time she activates, I'll have everything ready. So let's just do one of these, into one of those, into one of these, into one of this, and then boom, and one engulf, and pop, and there she goes. 5 million DPS is pretty good against this mini boss. I suggest that as a tactic. But yes, this clears 2 extra boxes, which will give us 2 of the black bloods. So it does take a little bit more effort to get the lesser runes unlocked than I thought, but that's okay. We don't get any black blood from the main one, but what we do get is a good time. We had a good time, right? I had fun, you had fun. I wasn't paying attention to my sanity near the end there, which was kind of dangerous. I still had 1 orb left, so I think I was okay. I just needed to use it. So I might have to set up something to track my sanity. I don't know. But we're going to go through the gateway and get out of here. Now, I think the upgrade costs just increase every single time you do them. So let me see. Now it costs... Oh, I can't even get it? Huh? So apparently I can't get it. Maybe it is time gated. Never mind, guys. I guess it is time gated. Maybe next week we get to do the whole thing with more upgrades, but whatever. Well, I'm going to get back to grinding. I've showed you what I do. So I need to do this at least 2 more times because I need 3 more of these. Because the first time I did it, I was stupid. I didn't kill the boss at the end. I just blew up the explosives. So I didn't get one of the extra rewards. And I didn't do the extra other area because I wanted to get these upgrades to make sure I can make it through. But yeah, I'm going to get back to work, and then we'll probably, after I'm done with this and get the lesser thing, I'm going to do this Darkflame Cleft.
1 eternity later.
Okay, well that took a moment because I was just kind of having fun with it. But here we are. I actually don't know which of these I need to be taking. Let me just really quick look up what I'm supposed to take. Which corruption? We're going to look for Evoker, for devastation. We have Void Ritual, pretty much for everyone. Okay, Void Ritual. What does this do? Gain Void Ritual, giving your spells and abilities a chance to increase all secondary stats by 71 every second for 20 seconds. Okay, so it's just a ramping stat thing? Is that really what's best for me? It's the best in both single and AoE. Well, that's a bit boring, but I'll take it. Why not? That's what it says I should get, so I'm gonna get Void Ritual. Hopefully this is not a mistake, but I think I can get those again, right? Oh, okay, yeah, I can get different ones if I just grab the actual, if I just use the Displaced Corrupted Mementos thingies. Okay, cool. We have lesser Void Ritual on our helmet now, so that's a thing. Unfortunately, we can't actually unlock more of this stuff. Oh, and by the way, I got some kind of parrot, like a void parrot, so that's great. Nice little parrot cage for yours truly. I don't know how rare that is, but I'm just happy with it. So that's Corrupted Visions thing. I haven't bothered to really do more than just the first 2 areas, and I'm also soloing it. Apparently it's better if you do it in a group. So now we're ready to go into a 12, what was it? Darkflame Cleft, which is nice. So let us start a group for 12 Darkflame Cleft, and that'll be the dungeon for today. Sorry for all the preamble and showing you all this other stuff that you probably don't give a shit about, but I just felt like doing a bit of that. I'm gonna fly over to Darkflame Cleft and hopefully form a group that will time that dungeon. And here we go with a plus 12 Darkflame Cleft. Tank wants Bloodlust on the first pull. Let's see how much he pulls. I've discussed it with the group, but basically on BlazeCon I'll put down a marker, and once the marker's down, that's the candle we want to extinguish. Other than that, what we also want to do is, okay, we want to make sure. Here we go. Let's group everything up. I'm going to do Bloodlust and pop all my stuff. Hold on. I want to focus on actually doing good DPS here. Do prolonged CC and knock up. Double knock up goes out. More fire breath. More energy. More passion. More energy. All right, everything gets flung around. We're gonna use another kick. That should make this nice and clean. Okay, that was a really nice pull. I like that. I like doing this with a DK because it's just easy to group things. What also helps is having a BM Hunter put down the little, Packmaster BM Hunter, I should say. Put down the thingy with the stuff. Hold on, I'm getting overwhelmed with info that I'm trying to share. A Packmaster BM Hunter can group things with Binding Shot, and a Druid can obviously use Ursol's Vortex. So having those 2 really helps with the Overseers and keeping things grouped. But yeah, another thing we'll do on BlazeCon is I will light the right-hand side while the mage lights the left-hand side as we enter, and that way we will be able to light up as many candles as possible and not have like confusion at the same time as all the things are going on. So we know where we need to stand, so we don't like have to run to the candles or anything. We have everything nicely set up. All right, now I can finally use an engulf here. I can even use 2 engulfs. We're gonna weave in a pyre in between because we were waiting just a little bit for the actual engulf to come off cooldown. We have the overseer left, and we're about to pull the last bit here. I'm gonna kick this guy, keep everything nice and grouped. It looks like we don't want to pull that other side. If the tank decides to, it's not an issue. We have CC out the wazoo here. People are actively using their CC, so all is well. I'm going to use mine now to knock up because all the kicks are on cooldown. I guess we had the shaman ready still with a kick. I think we're okay. I don't think I'm going to CC here. Nice. We got everything done, so. Now it's Overseer with the mole herds. We have cooldowns available. I'm going to... Okay. That was a really nice grip by the DK. He used Gorfine's Grasp there to make sure that he grabs all of those. I'm going to use my cooldowns now just to make this pull super fast. And we can head into the boss. Very nice handling by the DK. So as soon as the stomp went out, the thing that sends everything flying, he used Gorfine's Grasp. I'm going to try and knock him up here. No, they got knocked into these minecarts, so they don't even go far. Nice. Amazing positioning by the tank here. Love to see it in action. I'm ready for the first boss. Now let's see. I kind of pad on this boss because spamming pyre just feels better than using Disintegrate. Maybe I should use Disintegrate. I'm going to hold an engulf here for the first minecart because I'm a little worried about the minecart and making sure that we're good on it. The mage is the one being focused by the guys. He's at 15 stacks. We're going to get rid of those. Make sure he's not bleeding too bad. There we go. The way I get rid of those is using my Bleed Dispel. Well, it's not just a Bleed Dispel. It dispels all sorts of things. But primarily I use it as a Bleed Dispel because the rest of it can usually be handled by somebody else. Make sure I don't get hit by these falling rocks. They take care of a bunch of adds for us. And now the next engulf, again, I will try to save for the minecart. Make sure I put down a good chunk of damage for it. Beautiful. Luring Candle Flame comes out yet again. Not many adds for us to worry about. I'm trying to wait for a Fire Breath into an engulf. That takes care of the cart, easy peasy. Also make sure that the boss is standing right next to it when that happens. Now here I can't really help with a Dispel because it's a minute-long cooldown. And the charge comes out. I'm going to get out of the way of that charge. So will the shaman who it was aimed at. Beautiful. We make the rocks fall down. With the rocks, we take care of a bunch of these guys. We're going to have another, what is this thing called? Engulf ready for the next minecart. Doing really well. I'm really happy with how we're going so far. And the group got put together fairly quickly. I just waited for a tank. Once I had a tank, that's when I started actually putting together the proper group. Now I'm the one being targeted here. I'm just gonna try to move away from all that nonsense. Okay, hold on. Okay, we took care of... Ooh, I got hit by that. I'm going to use a healing potion to recover that mistake. It's a little undo button you can hit sometimes. Okay, so I wanted to focus there just to make sure I use my cooldowns correctly and don't waste them. Adamus Maximus over here with the ads and everything, but I'm feeling good about it. Our healer's starting to stack up quite a few bleeds, but I think we're okay. Our Luring Candle Flame comes out and another card comes out, but I think we're good here. Okay, that's nice. Laborers are 60% of my damage. I did 155 million damage to Old Waxbeard. No, that's about middle of the pack. Cool. Everyone did quite a lot of damage to Old Waxbeard. I like that. I'm gonna make sure I don't take damage here. We're looking for a kick on the Fiend. AoEs are coming out. I'm gonna use a defensive. The Fiend is gonna be casting soon. We're gonna interrupt that. And now let's actually send out our Fire Breath into double engulf here. That will work just fine. Nice. Okay. I was focusing on what was going on before I pop off because it's not like I need to immediately send all of my damage. This pack will live long enough for me to get all my damage out. I don't have to worry too much. Now here I made a bit of a boo-boo, and what I did was I sent my Fire Breath at rank 3, which won't give me enough time to engulf with 2 seconds left of the Fire Breath. That's a little bit of a mistake, but we're spamming pyres out. We should get our Fire Breath back quickly. Unfortunately, not quickly enough for these mobs to still be alive. Tank is opting to not pull anymore in this room because he pulled all the Overseers in the previous area, so I'm okay with that. Now it's time for me to put down markers. I'm gonna make it this one, and I'm gonna make it like here. That should be good, I think. Okay, everything has been pulled. I'm just gonna move this. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake by me. Okay, nice grip goes out. Prolonging CC, dying like an idiot. I wanted to prolong CC using dang it, using a pressing roar, but I don't think we need a CR here. I'm gonna wait for a res because I think it's still faster. I think it's still faster for me to wait for a res. That is tragically bad, and it's completely my mistake. This pack would have died a lot faster with me still alive, obviously, but I think they're good. I think this is still going to die fairly quickly, so I don't think there's much of an issue here. Lots of expel flames going out, but everything is just about dead. And now everyone's taking 50% extra damage from that AoE that the candle does, so maybe some line of sighting or defensives might be needed. Paladin's out of defenses, but he's a paladin. He doesn't give a shit. Maybe we can kill. We're not quite fast enough, but we seem to live. We're waiting for a res here. Paladin is casting, as well as the shaman. I didn't want to run back because I'm not sure if it was faster or not. Okay, I'm getting this res, and we're pulling immediately. I'm going to go over to the right. Let me rebuff here as quickly as I can. I'm going to use a defensive to not take as much damage from that. Wicker Lighter Barrage is up. It's on me. I'm going to drop one circle here, one circle here. I think I dropped it. Somehow that did not light the fucking thing. Okay, it's really annoying as Evoker with the double jump to tell when I can and can't actually handle that. I'm gonna send mine in this direction. My guy, no, that's gonna extinguish this candle. That's not like, I'm just gonna ping the fuck out of this so people see the marker. I sent a message early on showing where we should extinguish, but it's whatever. I'm gonna send my cooldowns here. Double engulf can be done. Not a huge fan of how that went out, but it's okay. It's just 2 dots that are gonna go out here. I'm gonna use a defensive to reduce the damage from these dots, as well as the dousing breath that's gonna go out here in a second. I still have my defensive running, as you can see. So I took less damage from the dots, and I took less damage from this knockback. Now he's going to be Wicker Lighter barraging again. We wait for the circle. I care a lot more about this circle making it to the spot it needs to be at than me actually doing my damage. Somehow my hovers just refused to go off there, so I just didn't get to do my hover. So I'm again failing to light 3 candles as I had promised my group. But let's just get away from all that, like so. Okay, I need to move to the right. That was really scary. We have a CR coming through. We should be good. That was like, we kind of stacked a bit too much, but now we only have 1 extinguished, and I think we're good. Oh boy, okay. A little nervous by this, but I think we're okay. I can use my defensive when the dot goes out again. Right about now should be okay, and the dousing breath will come out with the defensive still running and the dot running. So I think that's a perfect time for me to use a defensive. Wicker Lighter Barrage goes out. This time I'm kind of like, my uptime here is horrific, and the DK is beating me in DPS on the boss. But now I actually want to get my stupid little what's it called, hover used. Last time I didn't use my hover properly, which was idiotic, like really bad. Mage decided he wasn't really committing to this. Extinguishing goal thing goes out. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna send it in this direction, which is between the thingies, so we don't have to worry about it extinguishing another one. So we should be safe here. Incite Flames goes out. We have to stand over here where it's safe, where we didn't extinguish. I see why the mage didn't commit to lighting more candles, I guess. I don't know. We just got a big dot from them not doing it. They were focusing on the damage, unlike me. I was way over committing to the tactics here. The big candle is dead. We have DK Grippy handsing it up. We're going to kick what we can. Knockup goes out, prevents one of these from being pulled in, but it's okay. We're going to engulf once here. I don't want to engulf a second time. Even if I could, I wouldn't. I probably should have used the defensive there or knocked them up or something to prevent them from casting at me, but it wasn't murderous, so we good. We have Deep Breath. I'm going to hold it to see if Torch Snarl actually targets me. DK wants to pull them. I'm not sending it. It's on me. I'm going to send it now so he fails his actual... Anyway, what I wanted to do was avoid that thing actually hitting me, but that was not something I could do. Beautiful lay on hands goes out from the Paladin. That was so embarrassing. I had to use it like a half a second later, not even a half a second, and I would have been able to avoid all that, but oh well. I'm gonna avoid these little circles on the ground. They've killed me before because I stood in one trying to get closer to the one-handed headlock. Can we rescue this guy out of the choke? There we go. It looks like we can. So we've done that. Beautiful. I think he blinked out of it. I think he can blink out of it because that's what it looked like he did. I didn't know you could blink out of it, but that's good. I hate this pack and I wish more people skipped it. You do what you can do. Somebody kick that. DK could kick that. DK doesn't care. Oh, I'm standing in front of the boss and I didn't even realize I was there. Okay. My bad completely. That was so stupid. Not the boss, but the mini boss. I was like, what the hell did I die to? Nothing was really happening. But it turns out I died to to being stupid and standing in front of the mini boss frontal. All right, a few mistakes coming out here by yours truly. Not super happy with my gameplay anymore. Not happy with my single target DPS on the Blazicon. Not super happy with dying here like an idiot. And that's why you skip this back in high keys. No, it's kind of okay. We're standing in the middle of the room. That's already kind of bad because the eerie molds are going to spread out a lot. Now this one should be destroyed. I'm going to ping that just so people know. Okay, he's already standing behind it. I'm going to take the shaman and bring him closer. That way we have all of these stacked up a little bit more neatly. Okay, we just about have our cooldowns back. We're going to use them here once we see who has the pickaxe. It's not me, so let's go ahead and do this. There we go. I can maneuver over here. We should be fine. That is the single worst spot to put that, actually. I'm pretty sure. But hey, at least cooldowns are being used here. We're able to live, so I think I'm okay. Pickaxe goes out, takes care of this one on its own. That pickaxe is just gonna kill our mage. What is our mage doing? I don't understand what the issue is here. Paladin's gonna have to run off and take care of the mage. What is this? What is the paladin doing now? What the? Pickaxe is on me. This is a lonely one that's all the way over here. Just on its lonesome. I'm gonna get that taken care of. Then I'm gonna go over to the... I can't actually reach the mage because I'll be in darkness if I do that. Okay, we can take care of war here. This is so sketch, dude. This is turbo sketch, and we have to fight this with one person less because we can't reach the CR or mage because he's down there. Like, why did the mage die to the pickaxe? I do not understand. What the hell is that about? He just stood there and like, I guess he thought the hitbox for that thing was bigger than it was. I don't know what to tell you about it. Like, it's kind of sketch. Okay, our paladin manages to make a play over there. I'm going to use a heal in the middle here. Pickaxe on me. I'm going to take care of this one. Just making sure I actually stand in that so it gets destroyed. And then we can... I'll step over here so the paladin can keep DPSing because Lord knows my DPS doesn't matter at the moment. Actually, it's kind of okay. Never mind. Okay, we're doing good. Healer's keeping us alive, but this fight's taking a lot longer than it should due to the fact that, you know, we have 1 DPS less. Paranoid Mind goes out. DK can handle that on his lonesome. I guess I'm gonna grab this one. Yeah, there you go. Paladin can stay in melee. I'm sending cooldowns here, man. This is turbo sketch. I want this thing dead now. I don't care. I don't have a good opportunity to use cooldowns in the mine shaft anyway, it feels like, so I may as well just do this. And mage can now release. There we go. It's a rebuff for the mage. That was really weird. The mage just died to the pickaxe right to the dome. At least my mistakes so far haven't really cost me my life. Actually, they did. I stood too close to try to extend CC. Okay, the tank's running ahead with the first group. We don't need to be doing all that. Okay. You can kind of kill the first group off and then move on because it's just these little darknesses, but my bad. I should have assumed that the tank would run forward. Now our job is to just interrupt. We just interrupt this guy. We don't actually fight it. The mage is beating the bejesus out of it, but I guess the DK is holding aggro, so I guess it works out. We're going to focus on the creeper here, put down our fire breath. TC goes out, interrupts go out. Beautiful. We're taking care of the creeper here. Creeper is prio target. Okay, and then the DK just runs off. That's kind of weird choice there, but we'll make it work. Whatever. Our job is to make sure these horrors don't stop the cart. If I kill it, it can't stop the cart. Okay. We have to keep the cart at high percent. Kick it, let it go back to the DK. He grips it. Okay, we're at the next crossroad now. And that finally stops. Okay, it's high enough. So when it's above 90%, it keeps moving even if enemies are in it. And when it dips below 90%, then it starts stopping when you're in combat and whatnot. But I think that's most of the crossroad. There's just 3 mobs left. Hopefully the tank doesn't run off and try to pad his DPS or whatever the f he's doing at this point. Like, I know tanks kind of do this, where they try to get big pulls instead of smaller pulls. But I don't think this is how you do it. Like, it doesn't feel extremely fluid here, but it's okay. I guess we're getting it done. I'm going to pull that thing in, just pull everything in, kick it, and it's now all grouped. There we go. Not the smoothest thing I've ever seen in my life, but it's whatever. I'm just going to use max rank fire breath into at least a single engulf. I'm going to use a second engulf just because there's no point in waiting for a fire breath that won't be happening during this pull. So here we go. Okay, that was messy, and I don't think I ever managed to fully explain what the tanks are trying to do in this on hierarchy. So what they try to do is they try to organize really, really big pulls by running ahead, grabbing a candle, and then grouping everything up while the rest of the group, or at least one person, stays on the cart and takes care of the cart to keep it moving. The way you take care of the cart is you interrupt the guys that come over and beam it that focus the cart. So you got to focus on those. I think I almost got disconnected there for a second. I just kind of teleported. Yeah, so the idea is tank runs ahead, usually with the healer to get the spell, because he can't take care of that himself, most likely. So yeah, that's what you do. And then 1 or 2 or 3 people stay on the cart and keep it safe and keep it moving forward. That's kind of the MDI strat slash the high key strat. And here it kind of worked out, kind of didn't. I didn't expect it to happen in a 12, but the tank definitely tried to go for it. The first group, I would honestly just kill off. Keep it simple. And also the tank should probably tell the group that that's going to be happening. It's very beneficial if the group knows it's going to happen, because that way they can prep for it and not actually hit the mobs if they understand what's going on. If they don't, then, you know, it can be pretty rough because they rip aggro off the tank while he's trying to group the mobs ahead, and it can get pretty weird. All right, now we're doing a big pull here because we need quite a bit of percent. The creepers give about a 1% each, so we're going for a big pull here. Still grouping, it looks like. All right, well, this is big enough for me to definitely send out my cooldowns, so let us do so. All the little guys are dead now. We still don't have quite percent. It looks like we're just close of getting percent. We need 1 more creeper, maybe? Yeah, we're still a little bit short of percent. We have some darknesses over there that we can take care of. I'm going to try and heal our tank. He's kiting them now away from the corpses. That is good. He's going to pull into more corpses, potentially. He's just trying to avoid gaining more stacks because he's scared of getting too many stacks. But with 3 creepers now, I think we're okay. We're going to engulf the highest HP one to try and cleave off onto the smaller ones. And that should be us done here with this little darkness with the little ones. We should be all good. He's pulling everything to make sure that nobody body pulls and gets aggro and something weird happens. But these little darknesses we can definitely take into El Jefe or just kill them off and then go into boss. We have plenty of time remaining. Maybe not enough for a 3-star, but we have Bloodlust coming up during our remaining 2-minute timer. So near the end of the timer, we should be able to get it from what I can see. So let's get it. Rank 3 Fire Breath into double engulf. After I used a pyre there just to quickly get the thought, I'm going to use a defensive. I'm going to go and grab one of these, and then I'm going to charge back and recharge the candle. Tank is moving it. That is kind of his job. It's the easiest for him to do. There we go. Kick that thing, and let's just get back to DPSing. Rank 1 Fire Breath, probably not the best choice. Rank 2 is better, more damage. I'm going to Zephyr here and grab one of these, bring it back immediately. We don't want that cast of the darkness to go off when the thing is at 0, when the candle is at 0%. Paladin's trying to min-max a little bit. He should be grabbing a candle, but I guess we're high enough on a percentage on the candle that it doesn't matter. Umbral Slash goes out. I'm assuming the tank is trying to grab the candle. I'm going to grab the candle last second here, hero of the dungeon, as you know. And we're ready for cooldowns here. So let's go ahead and use cooldowns. Beautiful, beautiful, actually perfect. 42 seconds away from Bloodlust. We're going to try and get that. Shambo should go grab a candle. We're going to give them a shield to prevent that from damaging them too much. And they have a candle, so they can bring that now. Tank is moving to the right again. That's okay. Eternal Darkness will be going out soon. I'm going to get ready to use some defensives. There's a person grabbing the candle. They'll have a candle go in right now. We're going to need probably another one, so I'm going to go head out and grab another one. Here we are at 43%. We're good. That person can move away. Probably away from the candle would be good at least. They don't seem to want to grab a thingy, but that's okay. Tank's moving to the left this time, trying to keep us close to the tracks, it seems like. That's what their movement plan is. Bloodlust is available. I'm going to go ahead and use it. It was probably available for a moment there. Didn't quite catch it. I don't know how long it was available for, but we're trying for this to... Gonna use a defensive. Hold on. We're trying for the 2 chests timer here. 12 seconds remaining. Need a good chunk of damage still on the boss. 2%. Can we get 2% in 6 seconds? Blast the bejesus out of him. Fire Breath. Big Fire Breath into big engulf. Come on. Just barely get the 2 timer on the DFC. We had less than 1 second, but it got it rounded down so we get the 2-star. That is awesome. That was actually really cool. And we got our Fractured Spark, which means I can craft something. I don't know what I would craft. Probably boots. It's the only thing I have left. I think it'd be boots. So yeah, this is awesome. And I'm going to tell them if they want to, they can see themselves play. The mage put a portal down and then left the group before anyone could use it. Maybe they don't really want to see themselves fail in 1440p. But yeah, that was pretty good. So points of improvement for myself. Check with the tank what route he will do for the minecart. to know what happens. I'm going to say see you around and leave. Check with the tank to see what route he will do in the minecart area, just so you know, because there I ripped aggro off him and it was really awkward. We had the minecart stop there at the start instead of letting it just go forward. I should have checked with the tank. Another point of improvement is kind of just let yourself do a bit more damage on that on the Blazicon thing. Sure, lighting 3 candles is great, but I'm wasting upwards of 20 seconds of the fight just sitting at the candles and waiting for the Wicker Lighter Barrage to go off, which is not great. So with 2 charges of hover, what I could do is wait for the Wicker Lighter Barrage thing to start, then just hover backwards towards a candle, drop the first circle, move on to the second candle, then hover again to get to the last candle, and then I can still keep blasting the boss for the majority of that interaction. Not while I'm lighting candles, but before the Wicker Lighter Barrage goes off, because there's a few seconds, I think it's like 2 seconds you have after the Wicker Lighter Barrage starts casting, maybe 1 second, doesn't matter, enough for me to hover backwards, where there is no circle. So you have time to, like, if you're ready for it, if you're staring at it, the cast, once the cast goes out, you stop DPSing, you hover backwards, do 2 candles, hover again, and you will get your hover charges back by the time you're done doing everything else, unless you need to use a hover charge to avoid a tornado or something like that. But yeah, that's one improvement I can do. What else can I do better? Don't die like an idiot trying to apply, what's it called? Oppressing Roar and I died like an idiot before Blazicon, before the second boss, because I tried to apply Oppressing Roar like an idiot while the big mob was casting the circle. So I stood in the circle like a dum-dum and just died. So that wasn't great. What could the mage do better? Not get killed by a pickaxe. I think the mage, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. I'll check the footage, I guess, if I remember. Sorry, editing lad, for giving you more homework. I think the mage, even on the first pickaxe that went out, it was targeted and it didn't position correctly because we had 5 of the eerie molds still left. So I think the tank did the mage a solid.
A few moments later.
Let's say the eerie wax is right here in the...
1 eternity later.
But yeah, just great run. I had a good time. I'm glad we timed another 12. We're doing pretty good. We have a Cinder Brew Meadery 14 now. I don't think I need that. I think that's going to be dropped to a 12. And then I might try to join somebody's 12 to re-roll that into something I want to do. But yeah. I also don't think I should be doing a 13 Cinder Brew Meadery. I feel like Cinder Brew Meadery might be one thing that stays at a 12 because it is one of the 2 most difficult dungeons in the season, and that is Cinder Brew Meadery and Priory of Sacred Flame. Of course, Floodgate ramps in difficulty as you go up in the keys because of how punishing Big Mama is, and also the Rookery last boss just becomes such a pain in the ass to deal with as you go up in the keys. So those are also difficult, but the rest are kind of okay. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this episode. We talked a bit about corruptions. I don't know how much of that I'm leaving in the video. And we did a 12 Cinder Brew Meadery. No, that was previous episode. We did a 12 Darkflame Cleft. I feel like I did okay. There's things I could improve on. I touched on that. And here we are. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Let me know what you liked about it in a comment down below. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. If you want to see what happens between these episodes, you can check out the stream. Oh, speaking of the stream, Soju stream tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. Probably should have shouted that out sooner in the video because nobody watches these outros. If you do, leave a comment that you watched the outro. But yes, if you want to see what happens between these episodes, you can check out the stream. If you can't make it to the streams, you can check out the live section of this channel for the VODs. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. I think I'm going to go do more corruptions. This shit's actually kind of fun. I mean, there's nothing power-wise for me to gain anymore, but what I can get is the rewards. I want this mount. This mount looks pretty cool. And that's going to be fun to grind up. I'll actually like doing these.